I got your leash.
Chief and Charley have hit the 6-month mark, and it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that 6 months have passed since we first got these two guys, or a guy and a girl, on the property. And today they get their 6-month vet visit.
Top down, hear the sound of the breeze carrying us away. Dust in the rear view, free as a bird. This is our time, no matter what they say. Every mile behind only brought us here. Now the road is clear. Shotgun ride on my Friday night. Sunset fire burning in our eyes. Let's leave the past in the past and deal with it another day. All we got is this open road. No plans, just a cranked up radio. Ain't promising forever, ain't no end in sight. Girl, I'm loving the ride. Can't you feel this is real, you and me? Nothing in our way. Baby, we were born to run. Take the back road, let's make a great escape. Cause this life moves fast and we can't stop time. So put your hand in mine. Shotgun ride on my Friday night. Sunset fire burning in our eyes. Let's leave the past in the past and deal with it another day. All we got is this open road. No plans, just a cranked up radio. Ain't promising forever, ain't no end in sight. Girl, I'm loving the ride. Don't matter where we're going. Don't
The vet asked for them to be on some sort of halter, so Deb's got their halter. You guys looking for some food? What's up, Char Char?
They're wondering why I'm not putting their little bonus scoop in their trough. Then they're really going to be mad when I put their harnesses on, and the harnesses usually mean freedom. So they're not going to get freedom. They're not getting their food yet. You guys are going to be mad at me, aren't you?
So that's the freedom gate over there, and that's where occasionally we'll take them for an afternoon romp through the rye on the other side of the fence and let them eat for a while.
Normally we put the harness on him at the freedom gate and there's no problem, but he wants his bonus scoop. This is gonna be a fun day, isn't it, Chief? It's gonna be a fun day, huh? Not for you, baby. Doc Logan's coming. We love Doc Logan.
You want your purple harness?
Does it come with food?
Does it go like that on the bottom?
Yep.
Yeah. They're so strong now, like unbelievably strong. Like even though they're kind of small, they do what they want to do. They kind of push you around. Well, they don't kind of push you around. They do push you around.
We don't know how much they weigh, and I don't think they have a mobile weighing mat or anything, but I'd really, here's some.
I used to be able to grab Chief. Well, when he was little, I could pick him up completely, but in the last video we did a few months ago, I picked his front up, no problem. I can't pick him up anymore, the front of him.
No, and when they don't want to move, you can't move them because they're so heavy. They just stand there and they lock in, and I'd love to know how much they actually weighed. I guess we might need to look at options to get some type of weighing station for them because their food measurement is dictated by their weight. This is a bonus scoop. They've already had their main food.
You already fed them this morning?
Oh, I thought you did.
Oh, yeah, I gave him that one scoop. Yep. So at 6:30, I take Bella out and I let the cows out of their stall. I clean their stall, and I give them 1 scoop of feed and dump it in there, and they usually eat it all, like immediately. It's rare that they don't eat it all, and then immediately go to grazing, and I brush them, and that's how they start their day. And then Deb comes out and gives them what, that?
Yeah, and this is not, they get several pounds of food a day. This is just so I can feed them something. It's just a bonus scoop. It's not their main
And then
scoop.
throughout the day, she'll pick rye or pick radishes or something and feed them. So they get snacks throughout the day. They get alfalfa bites, and then they get their next thing at 6:30 at night, right?
Yeah, about 5. I've been feeding them earlier.
So Bella
Trying
gets
to-
fed at 5. The cows get fed somewhere between 5 and 6. And then they just graze. They literally graze, I would say all day, but then some of the day they sit underneath the shade trees back there and they chew their cud. That's cow life. So nice having a mobile vet, because we have no way of getting these guys to the vet. Last time any of them have been to the vet was Charlie went in the back of my pickup, and I could barely lift her then. Well, she's 60 some pounds.
In November.
And who knows what she is now.
Yeah.
All right, Doc, just looking at them, I know we don't have a scale. What do you think they weigh?
I'd say around 200. My guess would be around 2 to 250. Would be
2 to
kinda
250.
ballpark there.
All right, I'm a 200-pound man. So this is me next to Chief. We were thinking definitely over 100 pounds, but 200, I mean, it makes sense
They're
at
dense.
6 months. But,
Yeah, they are, right? They're competitive.
wow. So there's Charlie. Back
They
there
look good
doing
though.
something.
I mean, y'all are taking good care of them.
Thank you.
So they had really long hair, and then this long hair started going away, and they're getting this short hair here.
Yeah, they're probably just shedding out a little bit during the summertime and changing from the calf kind of coat to an adult.
So when now we've seen their mom and
Right.
dad when they were adults, but I kind of forget what their hair looked like. Are they gonna get long hair again, or will it stay this
they
short
will,
hair?
and
oh, they will.
It'll probably change a little bit with the season too.
Okay.
But,
They've changed color.
yeah.
They were
They
kind
were-
of like this
Yeah.
grizzly bear brown, and now they both had black
Little dark
dads.
undercoat.
The bull was black, and they got black legs now and black faces.
Yeah.
Let's say they're 250 pounds. And they graze all day. Bella, stop. They graze all day. How much, they're still on calf starter, how much calf starter should they eat?
During the summer, they won't need much of anything other than,
really?
yeah, just enough to keep them friendly, really. With all this grass that they have, they're
really?
going to be pretty much self-sufficient.
Do they look in any way overweight?
No, I think
No?
they look good.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the grain at this point is just to keep them friendly. You know what I mean? It's.
So we could cut the grain out completely?
I mean, I wouldn't back it off all the way just because
Right.
you want them to be able to come to you and be able to get them into the pens and things like that with a treat and stuff is kind of what I recommend in the summertime. But during the summer when the grass is growing, they've got enough room out here for just 2 of them being as small as they are that they should be totally fine on just grass. In the winter, though, you definitely will need.
So they won't eat hay. They don't like hay.
Yeah, well, right now they've got all the green grass. They
But
wouldn't-
even in the winter, we did some attain rye. We overseeded out there. You can see it
Yeah.
on the outside of the pen.
Yeah.
And so we had greenery pretty much all winter.
Yeah.
And we put hay in their stall, and they wouldn't eat it.
Yeah, I mean, anytime there's green grass available, green fresh forage, they're gonna pick that over hay anytime.
We thought that they were weird that they didn't eat hay because everybody is putting hay out. Our neighbor puts a
Yeah.
big old bale of hay for his horses out. And they might eat 1 or 2 mouthfuls of it, but now they don't even touch it at all.
Yeah, no, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Okay,
Just
all
based
right.
on
We just thought maybe they were weird or something, or they weren't
No,
trained to eat hay.
If there was nothing, yeah, well, they might be a little spoiled because they've got green grass all year long. But if there was a time where there was not any fresh forage around, they'd move to the hay.
So what we're gonna do, we don't have a squeeze chute, so we're just gonna take these 2 gates and squeeze them together. Doc's got Chief right now tied up to the post because he said that they're not gonna appreciate these shots at all. So you only want 1 at a time, right? In
Right.
there? Come here, Char. All right, we got them squeezed up here a little bit. Deb's consoling him. First shot. Okay, he got it. He went in. Deb's talking to him like, Wow, you do that so quick.
Like almost like he's done it before.
A few times.
Holy cow. Oh, he's done?
Yep.
All right, so what's the 3 shots you gave him real quick?
So we give Cattle Master, which is a reproductive and upper respiratory disease shot. It's got a whole bunch of different things in it. And then we give Ultrabac plus Somnus, which is it treats for blackleg or prevents blackleg and a lot of other clostridial diseases that live in the soil, plus another respiratory disease they can get.
So you said live in the soil, like parasites or something?
No, it's it's a clostridial bacteria and anaerobic bacteria that live in the ground.
Okay.
And they can get it from grazing, from walking around, having a wound open, and things getting in, things like that.
Chief is not happy with you right now, Doc.
The ivermectin burns a little bit, so.
Oh wow, he is just all
angry.
kind of out of sorts.
Oh, there you go. He's like, see there?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Is that normal behavior?
Yeah. It just burns a little bit under the skin, unfortunately, so he doesn't appreciate it. But
Oh, Chief. So Chief,
he'll be okay. It'll last about a minute or two, and then he'll be
so
good to
when
go.
you, I don't know what the nice word is, so I'll just use the word I know, castrated Chief
Right.
last time, and he woke up. Remember, he didn't take his drugs very well?
Yeah.
He was mad at us for like a week.
Yeah.
So he might be mad at us again.
He might. Yeah, he's trying to find a way to rub that spot, and there's nothing for him to rub it on, really.
Good Lord. That's it? You got it?
That's it. All done. Hold on, baby.
So I was putting Chief away and or feeding him at night, putting him in the stall,
Right.
and he was looking towards the house for Deb, and he was looking that way as he was walking straight, and he ran into that. He ran into the barn.
Ran into it.
He's not the smartest thing around.
Yeah, see, Chief's already over it now.
All right, Doc, we
Good to see
appreciate
ya.
you coming out here.
Yeah,
It's
glad
good to
to do
see
it.
you, and thanks for the information because we're learning, right?
Yeah,
We're 6
yeah.
months into this this cattle operation, and so every time we see you, it's a learning
I'm
experience.
happy to do it. Y'all are doing a great job. They look really good. And
All
this
right,
facility and
we're
plant
doing
and
what we can.
everything
We're
is
trying to
great.
give them their best life.
Yeah, you're doing a good job.
Good deal. So both cows are taking it differently. Charlie's laying down, and she just doesn't know what's going on. Chief has got over the initial sting of it, and he actually let Deb touch him. What's up, old boy? You mad? You mad? He's mad. He's mad. It took him a while to get over his last major vet visit when we had him dehorned and we had him turned into a steer. You okay, boy? No, he's not appreciating it at all. So the ivermectin is the lice treatment. We did an external one, now they've got an internal one, and Doc says that's what's burning, but it's just best for them. You know, the lice suck on their blood and make them anemic if they get too bad, and makes them scratch and makes them lick their coat off and all that. And we had them under control with topicals, but we want to make sure that we eradicate the bugs. Once we get rid of them, this should get rid of them like full time. And we're entering the summer season, so lice are kind of a winter thing. I didn't even see you over there. He wouldn't let me touch him. It would have been cool to find out how much they really weigh, huh?
We have to figure out something. We friends?
Well, you can pick them up. I've got a scale, and you can hold on to Chief and step on the scale, and we'll subtract your weight. What do you weigh, about 75 pounds?
Yeah.
Are you guys friends?
We're friends.
How about me? Are you hate? No?
No.
Apparently I'm not his friend yet. What's up, old girl cow?
Oh, May May.
Charlie May. Deb calls her May May. I call her Choo Choo or Char Char.
Hi. Oh. There you go.
Doc said you'll get a booster in a month. What do you think about that? That's what they think about that. Hey, bull cow. We get comments all the time that he's neither a bull nor a cow. He's a steer, but you know what? He will always be my bull cow. Oh, he's letting me pet him. Well, Deb, how do you feel about Doc saying that we're doing a good job with the cows since they're literally our first farm animals ever. Well, I guess yours first ever in your life. I
yeah.
grew up with farm animals, but my dad did all the heavy lifting. I just did what he told me to do. But how'd you feel? How'd that make you feel?
Oh, I was happy to hear it, but of course I knew it. I mean, they're healthy. We do anything that they need. So, I mean, I knew that we were doing a good job, but it was nice for him to say it. Nice to hear a vet say it. And it went, it went smoother than I thought it was gonna.
I was a little shocked at how they moved so much and he was able to still get the shots in them. I just thought they would stay more still, but like a dog does, right? A dog just kind of goes, eh, and then, you know, it's over, but they were both fighting it.
Well, yeah, we say that cows are dramatic, and they are dramatic. I mean, it was quick. Now, it'll be interesting because I think the boosters that they need in a month, they won't need the ivermectin booster.
Right.
I think it's just the other boosters. Ivermectin's what burns, so they shouldn't be as dramatic for the next one, but I have a feeling the next one's gonna be harder for us because they're gonna know, because they're smart cows.
Yeah, and it shows even for small animals or small cows that a chute is essential. Now, we kind of had a chute there, and we could have improvised a little more and put something behind them, but I thought he was just going to walk up to him in the pasture and, you know, poke him and be done, but there was no way that was going to happen. So that what we did, I feel, was the minimal amount of restraint that you need. I would like a squeeze chute, I guess, going forward, because they're going to do nothing but get bigger. But that was their 6-month checkup, their 6-month visit. They're doing well. We're doing well, especially now that they like us again. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Thanks for stopping by and checking in on Chief and Charley. They're doing great. We're glad that we got a clean bill of health, and we look forward to showing you as they continue to grow out here on Piney Grove. So y'all take care out there, and we'll see you on the next video. She always has treats in her pocket. Well, actually, she doesn't have pockets, but I'm not going to tell you how she carries her treats.
Girl secret. Girls know.